Hey guys, so just finished watching Gotham Season 2, Episode 3, The Last Laugh. In this episode, I feel like I should have seen this coming, this ending, with the title, The Last Laugh, and the end of Jerome type thing, I didn't see that one coming at all. I mean, it definitely was interesting to how they're going with the whole Joker way. Like, there's no singular Joker, and I guess that does make sense. There's no actual, in the comics, if you look back, I think there's no really Joker. I'm not sure how long, the original Joker that appeared in Batman #1, how long he lived and for, how many different versions there's been since forever and stuff like that, since it's been going on and stuff. So definitely is interesting because, there definitely are a lot of Jokers out there. So I like the idea of, multiple Jokers and stuff like that. But, the way they go about this with the whole, he shows this violent crime thing on TV and these random people just start laughing and become, contagious with this thing, this idea. I really don't see that. That doesn't make sense to me. Maybe one other person, he saw that and that's what he did, is went crazy and he did that. I think would be interesting is if we had a few more of these hostages situations with Jerome. Like we got the GCPD, we got the magic show, the children's hospital fundraiser thing. That would have been interesting to see more like that. Like 1 or 2 people out of that thing that he brings up on stage that he turns crazy, they go out and they get infected because he physically infects them, kind of type thing, doing just mentally, kind of the way the ogre back in season 1 turned Barbara into this broken thing that she is now. And she didn't just see stuff on TV and become broken like this and just become psychotic and go crazy like that. The ogre turned her crazy. So that would have been way more interesting to see him watch and turn people crazy. Then again, that would have made him specifically the Joker, but I feel like it would have been interesting to see that and then to have a bunch of random people just watching it on TV. Oh my god, now they're becoming the Joker, or what, they're becoming Jokerized or something like that. Whatever they want to call it, infected, as his father put it. That was definitely, I like the idea of that, but the methods, the way they gone of it, I think there could have been a way more interesting way, way more cool visual way, other than just kind of like, not just saying like necessarily like Joker gas or anything like that. Because if he did do the Joker gas and I think that would have made him the Joker and stuff. I could just see how when they find Jerome's father with the knife in his eye, how that could have been originally written as, the Joker gas. They start laughing and then that could have been it. So that would have been interesting to see, people do that. Like, let's say he had not necessarily spread the gas all over Gotham or anything, but if he had, gassed that group of people, certain people reacted crazy. And it was the beginning of the Joker gas. It was not necessarily the exact Joker gas. It was not, it was just, a version of it. And so it only affected certain people who became, infected with other Jokers and became these characters. I think that would have been more interesting than you could have said Bruce got out. You want to have Bruce getting affected. You wouldn't want to have Alfred getting affected, nor Jim or Tompkins or stuff like that. None of them would be necessarily infected, but you could just say that a few of them who were really got a super strong dose and really got, those people were turned into Jokers and stuff like that. So that would have been interesting in a way than just watching people on TV and stuff like that. I feel like maybe 1 or 2 people could have done that and maybe that would have made sense, but just like that out of nowhere, seeing that, I mean, these people had watched like a movie or anything like that, or any other TV show, they could have turned into a Joker or triggered it or something like that. So I don't see how live TV, yes, it's live and it's real and stuff like that, but for some of the kids, some of how young the kids were, they wouldn't know the difference between a live action and a movie. At the end of the day, they look very similar somewhat, because it's not like you saw full-on blood and stuff. You just saw the gunfire and the crazy laughing. So definitely can't wait to see how they play with that and where they go from there, and where they continue on with Barbara. Barbara's pretty much far down the rabbit hole. Can't wait to see how she starts getting back up after this. I mean, I don't see her being back with Jim by at least by season 4 or 4 or 5, being anywhere close to being back with Jim. And I think they have to kill off Leslie Thompson before anything like that happens, but could almost say that we don't even see, I mean, we might not even see Barbara get back with Jim till season 10 or something like that, because technically, by the time the Batman is around, Batgirl would, they don't even need to be together when Batman's around, so they still have 20 years to get together, or 40 years or something like that, whatever. Probably not 20 years, probably 30 years at least to get together. So that definitely is interesting to see that story. I feel like it's definitely going to bring their relationship together whenever they do come back together, so can't wait to see how that finishes off. And it was nice seeing Alfred doing his thing, fighting in there. Would have been nice to see Bruce kind of try to fight, when Alfred was on top of the guy punching him, and then before he took off follow Cat out of the building, Selena. I think it would have been interesting to see him try to fight, least attempt to do it. It was interesting that, and he wanted to cut Bruce in half, because some people say he has a split personality, so that's pretty cool, which is interesting that, I look at the reference that they're doing with that, but so far he really doesn't have a split personality. He's just focused on figuring out who killed his parents, why, and what's going on with Wayne Enterprise. That's not much of a split personality to me, just yet at least. Hopefully by the end of this season he starts kind of building up that split personality, the whole, on the public side he's party boy and he just doing whatever everyone else his age would do with what the money he has, and stuff like that. Justin Bieber version of himself, and then the other version of himself, which is kind of like the, I guess I guess not necessarily kind of like Justin Bieber, but like, the kind of play fun, and they still has to be able to make good business decisions. So we kind of see which way they go. If they go pretty much just, Bill Gates version, obviously he is rich and stuff, to see how they do, if they play the playboy Justin Bieber type-ish guy, or the little bit more serious, just focus on business version, one that would not, and then have the Batman side of him that's kind of secret and just still investigating, and using one of those sides as a cover to the whole, no, he's not doing anything, he's not looking into Wayne Enterprise, he tried that, he can't do that, and he knows he can't win, he's just going to accept it, pretending he's accepting it. I think going with that real playboy side of him, always being in news for like different this and that, he did this and that, kind of not necessarily being liked by the public, I think that would definitely be, sounds like the best persona that would, not perceive people to him to be Batman, or to be doing what he's doing, not necessarily because it's not going to be Batman, but doing what a Batman and this is what he would be doing now. Other personality that's truly him, kind of hiding it, stuff like that, just like his father pretty much did when Lucius Fox told him. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below, and are you surprised at the ending of the last laugh? Let me know what you think, guys, in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.